George and Percelle, congratulations on I Came By. Not what I expected.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
George, I heard Babak say that he was actually really nervous sending you the script. What were your feelings when you got the script?
Oh, really? Like, just absolutely thrilled. Like, really, it's one of the best scripts I've read. Like, I just think it's amazing what him and Namzi have written. It was just such a pleasure to read. So I was thrilled. You know, no nerves needed.
Percelle, I went into this going, I knew nothing about it. I just went, I'm liking the look of it. I'll give it a go. Oh my God, I was totally blown away by it. When you first read the script, what were your thoughts?
That same thing as you did. Like, I just couldn't believe it, if I'm honest. Because I think when the audition came in, I didn't really think too much of it. And the process was a lot shorter than most auditions I've had before receiving a role. So again, yeah, doing the chemistry tape and stuff, I was excited because I knew the scenes that we had were really, like, you know, really exciting to perform and really challenging. So I was looking forward to that. But until we did the read through, I was constantly turning the pages and I couldn't believe it. So I had to go back a few pages to make sure what I was reading made, you know, made sense basically. So yeah, no, it's such a good script. Yeah.
You were saying, Percelle, from audition to getting the part was a short period of time. So how did you react when you got that phone call? Did you believe it had all happened?
I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. Like, I think the most auditions I've done before was like 14, I think, before finding a role. Yeah.
That's torture. That's a film in itself.
So I was kind of waiting. I was like, all right, cool. This is like the second time I you know, did the chemistry tape with George. So I was like, yeah, I'm waiting for another 10 more. And then, by then, hopefully, I might be able to get the role. But no, I was super grateful. I think I remember Babak, he just said something, I think after the audition, I think he said to me, by the way, like, really cool hair. And I said, thank you. He said, keep it. And I was like, okay. Right, okay. I was like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, maybe that's like the little hint, you know, to say that it might be coming my way. But yeah, no, when I got the role, I was so excited, so excited. And, you know, the prep time was amazing too. So yeah.
George, the last time I spoke to you was in Dublin for Wolf. The preparation for that was intense.
Yeah.
This was a different type of preparation. Tell me about working with graffiti artists.
Oh, it was amazing. Like Percelle and I had a kind of couple of sessions with. Firstly, it was a mate of Perce's, this lovely guy called Barney, who's a graffiti writer, and he just gave us like the basics of, like, you know, holding the can, distance from the wall, all the stuff that you kind of go like, yeah, I'll be great at this, and then actually it's really difficult, very precise. And then we had a session with a couple of guys by the, you know, we were down in West London, and it was just amazing watching them work. And it was kind of as much for us to understand graffiti art in itself, but also as Toby and Jay, like, we're working such a team. There's almost like a dance between them as they throw up these big pieces. So it was great. It was great, and it was, again, for us too. It was like the technical side of things, but then it's also time spent and a thing to bond over. So yeah, it was grand.
Yeah, because what was that like? Because we all assume, look, I know that graffitiing isn't easy. I wouldn't even give it a go. I can't. But then you add, like, I suppose you'd assume that it was just all about the art, but tell me about that, you know, your body movement, working as a team, almost like a dance.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like George said, it's you know, for especially for Jay and Toby, you know, they go on what they call missions. And so I think I remember watching a lot of documentaries and listening to the guys who do go on missions, and also talking to guys who have done it before, but, you know, hearing, you know, what they're thinking about, you know, things like security, and they got me thinking about it. And even just down to, we had, you know, you have to have a plastic bag, I think it was, and also how we keep the cans in the bag was important. So I think, yeah, especially for us, and when we had our props and stuff, we were very, like, particular about, you know, the way this is supposed to be, because we just really want to make sure that this is authentic, you know, to make sure that we do that justice. And I think more than anything as well, it puts us in the world of the characters. I feel like I really start to believe in Jay and believe that we are these characters because of the kind of time spent we, you know, preparing the graffiti.
This is such an intense film. How did you lighten things up on set, George, when you weren't filming?
Well, we just get, like, it's lucky we just get on. So it's kind of like, it was there's laughs to be had, you know. You find them. There was no sort of particular activity, although, as you said, playing music.
Yeah.
Music.
I brought my speaker on to set sometimes, just to kind of play some tunes, you know.
What were we listening to?
I think a load of things. I think for us, I was picking things that I think Jay would have listened to, right? So
Mary
yeah,
Poppins
yeah.
soundtrack.
The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
before a mission.
mission.
But no, I think even between me and George, like we sort of like have a little play fight before the scene happens.
Yeah.
Because to kind of psych us up and stuff. And I think like we're both very similar in how committed we are when it comes to doing those scenes and stuff. So we're both in the same. Actually, I remember when we did a scene at night. I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were having to doing press.
Yeah,
It was like press ups before the scene. It was doing like a workout.
It's
before.
like the beginning bit when we get changed real quick.
Building up the adrenaline. Yeah.
Like, we would have come down climbed down this big set of flats, gone for a run, done all this stuff. So we were like kind of beforehand psyching ourselves
It's the
up.
most squats I've ever done in my life.
I know. My thighs are still burning.
I love this film for so many different reasons. One, I'm entertained. It's a thriller, but there's so many powerful messages coming through this. One of them is that you don't really know everyone. What you see on the surface isn't necessarily what it is behind the scenes.
Yes.
I'm going to ask both of you, when it comes to the movie industry, is there something that surprised you? Going in, you thought it was one thing, and when you're working in it, are there things that surprise you?
Yeah, 100%. I was kind of waiting to get my blue M&Ms and have my sort of like.
That doesn't happen.
Not for me anyway. But no, I think I think it just when you are creating these projects and you're part of these things, I think at a young age I realized just the level of kind of work it takes to kind of like when you're putting in the kind of work and stuff. And I think even just working with like Hugh and Kelly, just seeing how they approach their work and how they approach their characters and stuff. It's just I'm still learning basically. I don't feel like I'm still kind of like just trying to keep learning, keep growing. But definitely I feel like just surprises just simply just from what I expected in school to what it was in the actual day.
I think the biggest bit that I've been learning in recent years is how much work it takes to get a film out there as well, and that it's not a given that you make a film, goes to cinemas, that's it. But like the promotion of a film and the time and investment in sharing it with the world, like even doing this now. Like I sort of didn't know that this happens. You kind of take for granted what you see in front of you and realize that there's a whole kind of sort of group of like focused thought goes into how you share